Alright, bitches, we're back for some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle, and today we need to go see everyone's favorite character, Gohan. Everyone wishes Gohan could go back to the glory days of when he was a fucking beast, when he kicked ass, but sadly, those days have passed us by. And Gohan is now nothing but an eternal disappointment. Toei Animation, they love to fucking cock tease us. They love to just string our ball sacks along. Hey, let's have Champa tell Gohan he's strong. Hey, let's have Gohan be upset that he didn't know about the events that were taking place in Trunks' future, where Goku and Vegeta were getting their ass kicked by, Goku Black. Let's, make it look like there's some setup there, and then we'll do nothing with it. Myself, I am still highly skeptical of what Gohan's involvement is going to be in the Universal Survival arc. I feel like, he is going to be there. He's going to fight. He's going to be strong and shit, but I mean, I think people are reaching a little too far when they're talking about Trunks possibly getting the Super Saiyan Rage form. Or I said Trunks, I mean, when they talk about Gohan getting the Super Saiyan Rage form, talking about Gohan possibly getting the Super Saiyan Blue form, it's like, nah, man, none of that shit is gonna happen. Gohan's gonna be there. There'll probably be some opponent that he'll fight who will be around his level of power, and Gohan will, put up a little bit of a fight. I just don't see it. I mean, Akira Toriyama, it has seemed as though he is pretty satisfied with how Gohan himself has panned out. And, that does seem to be the direction they're moving in Dragon Ball Super. I myself, I do consider myself a pretty big Gohan fan, but I'm not, how should I say this, unrealistic about it. I'm okay with Gohan basically not fighting anymore and, being, around like Piccolo's level, for example. But I wasn't a fan of the treatment of his character, where, in the Resurrection F movie and saga, he is basically there just to get sunned by First Form Frieza. It's ridiculous. It's First Form fucking Frieza? That is very fucking disrespectful. Remember in the Fusion Reborn movie, the Gogeta movie, Frieza gets brought back to life in his final form, and Gohan one-shots Frieza with a punch in his base form. Alright, don't forget about that. We got a ghost, nice. And a couple swords. That's a pretty good haul right there. Alright, so now let's move on to this boss. Now this boss is actually pretty interesting. Gohan has two sort of abilities. One, he has kind of like a defense barrier, so he doesn't take as much damage as other bosses or other units would take. And two, he does tend to randomize the key field pretty much every turn, just the same way Janemba did, actually. I do love that right there, that Gohan, that's actually a World Tournament reward. Now, I've seen some YouTube videos, and people are saying that this is probably the worst SSR in the game, because he's a reward. I believe it was from the second World Tournament in Japan, and it was I think it was also the second World Tournament in... No, it might have been the... It might have been the third World Tournament in Japan, and the second World Tournament in English is what that Gohan reward was. Eventually, there is going to be a banner released during the World Tournament where a lot of those old World Tournament cards can be obtained from it, which does suck because those cards are just ass. There's none of them are good. Whoa, boy, Vegeto's gonna be getting super easy. One of the best World Tournament cards is the Ultimate Gohan that we got. Another good one is there's a Final Form Cooler, which was actually a tournament prize from the last tournament. But some of the World Tournament cards aren't even in that banner. Like, it's just very odd the way they went about it. But okay, so here we go. This Gohan right here should I not have... Nah, we're fine. We'll leave Gotenks there. We'll be okay. Vegito probably will actually finish this off. This is a strong lineup. 2 Vegitos and the Gotenks on the same field. They all make each other... Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. So Gohan's not even really going to get an attack. Now, I mentioned before the gimmick with this boss, with him having the high defense, and also with him randomizing the key field. The other thing that happens is, if you have a bunch of versions of Majin Buu, I think it needs to be every extreme type Majin Buu has this link called the Wall Standing Tall, where they can go through Gohan's barrier, and they basically, like, break his boss ability. You know, every boss, there's a link that does like some sort of unique thing against him. Think of Beerus, like, you know, all of the Super Saiyan gods do increased damage against Beerus, and Whis as well. I know in the Merge Zamasu boss battle, it's actually the cards that have the link skill Vegeta family do increased damage. Against Brawly, there's a lot of the Z fighters have a link that does increase damage, you know, shit like that. I actually really like this Goten because he has prepared for battle. He is quite useful with that Gotenks around. All right, let's do that. Let's have God Goku do that. And then Whis can do this. All right, so this should take out this form right here. So after we do this, we'll get rid of this easy physical ultimate Gohan form right here. Bang, boy! Your little brother kicking your ass. You know, it is interesting watching, like, God, Goku, and Goten and all of these cards, watching them do damage, and, like, I really can see it. Like, man, that Super Attack 10 that Vegito has really fucking makes a huge difference. It really does. Because I could see just how much more damage Vegito does than, like, every other character I've got. So I see just exactly how valuable and important old Kais are. Alright, so now Ultimate Gohan is onto his intelligence form. This is, of course, the Dokkan exclusive one. Oh yeah, get that ability active. Okay, so if I put God Goku right there, yeah, he'll get his super a little easier. So let's do that. And we'll have God Goku do that. And Goten do this. Now again, there's no reason to sort of save, you know, any key spheres, be kind of tactical with that, because Gohan is just going to end up randomizing it anyway. Now, I think it's random. From what I've seen, he always does it at least once every 2 turns, I think. Okay, so if I do this... No, they didn't connect the way I wanted them to. Yeah, so Goten... Oh, actually, no, right there. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. And Whis can do that. Whis' stuns, of course, would come in handy here. I actually found out, too, I didn't realize this, but that Whis we have, his super attack is actually farmable. You can get it to drop in the, I think it's the villain event. And that'll be coming back in a couple days when future Gohan and the other Super Saiyan 2 Gokus, when they all get their Dokkan awakenings. So I'm going to end up actually probably grinding that out. Okay, yep, so there it goes. There he went and, you know, sorted up the battlefield for us. I'm actually going to... Do we have Babas? Yes, we do. You know what? I'm actually going to toss Vegito here, and then we're going to hit a Baba. I was thinking about using Golden Frieza, but nah, fuck that. Let's just smash this boy as quick as we can. Of course, this fight is not hard at all, like with a Vegito team, as, you know, we could say that that's the case with most bosses. A Vegito team just absolutely fucking crushes these bosses. Gohan here is no exception. It's only really the most recent bosses where even a Vegito team, like, you do have to, like, properly plan and coordinate stuff, you know. the Buhan boss, the Kaioken Blue Goku boss. The Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks boss I thought was quite easy. He never really gave me much trouble at all. The Mac Daddy of Justice. I love that they actually have since changed that too. It no longer is called the Mac Daddy of Justice. Alright, so let's go ahead and have Gotenks do that. And Vegito, doesn't matter, just do that. And Goten Wablam. Yeah, so this is going pretty easy here. You know, when you're able to keep these bosses sealed like this, they don't really have much of a... This is not a lot they can fucking do. Like, look at this Gohan, my boy, come on. No, Ultimate Gohan, you're supposed to be way better than this. Also, let me take a second to say, of the two names we always see associated with this Gohan, Ultimate Gohan and Mystic Gohan, I always thought Mystic Gohan was not a great name. I do like Ultimate Gohan, that works. Like, you know, if I have to pick one of the two, I definitely myself would go with Ultimate Gohan. Let's see, Whis is gonna need 4, huh? Maybe. And no, 3. No, okay, whatever, doesn't matter. I would like to get that stun with Whis, but it's like Ultimate Gohan, he's sitting on his last legs here. Also, the other thing about Ultimate Gohan is, I am pretty sure that he's the strongest non-fused character in Dragon Ball Z. Just Dragon Ball Z, obviously I'm not including GT or Super. And I do think he would put up an excellent fight against Kid Buu, and Ultimate Gohan probably, well, I don't want to say probably, but he most certainly might be able to defeat Kid Buu. Because if you guys remember, when Vegeta, during that Kid Buu fight, when he mentioned resurrecting the Earth and bringing all the people back, Goku initially was thinking that Vegeta's idea was to have Gohan and Gotenks help them fight Buu, but Vegeta's idea was actually the Spirit Bomb. Alright, here you go, Gohan. Boy! One more, and brother! No, did not finish him. Alright, so all we need now is a little Vegito action. Goten, actually I should have had Goten finish him off. Have his Nissan do it. Oh look, we get a Dokkan on the very last action of the battle. Now, if I have time, I will grind out some more of these Gohan medals, because I'm sure we will pull an Ultimate Gohan in the future and we can Dokkan him. The tech one we got from the World Tournament doesn't have a Dokkan Awakening. But right now I am pretty busy, considering I still have to work on all of the Buhan medals and those strength Buhans to raise Buhan's super attack. Like, you know, that is taking quite a long time. And then pretty soon I'm going to have to grind out some medals for the future Gohan and the Super Saiyan 2 Goku Dokkans. So we'll see. Probably I won't be able to grind many medals from Janemba or Ultimate Gohan, because Buhan definitely is my priority right now. Once I get that taken care of, I'll move on to it. And again, I don't know if I've properly explained it before, but the reason I'm getting 30 of these Buhans is, you know, you guys know, like, if you train a character into another character, like, bam, we could see, you know, you can raise their super attack. Now, this Buhan, if you feed him into the Intelligence God Leader Buhan that we could pull right here, this bad boy right here, there's actually a 50% chance that it'll raise this bad boy's super attack. But, you know, you guys know, if you follow my channel at all, you know I have horrible, awful luck. So, to circumvent that terrible luck of mine, you know, rather than grind out like 10 of them and then have like fucking 7, 8, or 9 of them not work, I'm gonna grind out 30 of them. I think 30 should be a sufficient number. Let's, you know, fingers crossed, hope. But I do feel comfortable at that number. Okay, though, bitches. That'll end it for today. The only current event that we need to record right now is the Universe 6 Dragon Ball Super Saga. That'll be a fun little, you know, story event since we're getting onto Dragon Ball Super stuff. Later down the line, there is actually a future Trunks story event, you know, with Rose, Goku Black and stuff. Definitely gonna be excited for when that comes out. But later, bitches. Have a good day, fuckers.